Oh, Kayvon Thibodeau would have looked good in a Cowboy uniform, and there was a vision. Mike Fisher reporting from Frisco, home of the Dallas Cowboys. Kayvon Thibodeau was the number one guy on the Cowboys draft board. Did the Cowboys make any sort of overture to go make that happen, as they discussed very openly the idea of moving up in the draft? We're pretty sure now that Thibodeau was the singular Dallas Cowboys NFL draft trade-up target. We knew going into the draft that Dallas had right about 6 guys about whom move-up plans were mapped out. And we gave you those names. We're also told that there was one guy in particular that the Cowboys would get all googly-eyed over if somehow he slid down a little bit and they could slide up a little bit. At one time, I thought that guy was USC wide receiver Drake London, and he was on the group of 6. But now we can be fairly certain that the one guy was Thibodeau, the Oregon pass rusher. Now, one thing about friend of the show, Jerry Jones, when it comes to draft time, he is honest with us, maybe to a fault, maybe even to the point of peculiarity. It's weird. And when he revealed to us his team's draft board, well, sort of revealed it, Mr. Mack. And then I can see it. Sort of revealed it. As a way to prove that the Cowboys were being honest regarding their desire for eventual first-round pick Tyler Smith. Yeah, you can see that Smith was the 16th guy on the Cowboy board, just like they said, meaning they got value at 24 when they picked. But you can also see on that, and by the way, our friends Leslie Machota and OCC were all key in getting that microscope, periscope, telescope thing going. You can see that Thibodeau was the number one guy. Thibodeau, by the way, goes to the NFC East rival New York Giants at 5th overall. And by the way, the number 2 guy on the Dallas board was Alabama tackle Evan Neal. He also goes to the Giants, meaning now twice a year the Cowboys will oppose the tandem of players that they themselves thought were the 2 best players in this class. Ugh. So did the Cowboys ever really try to jump up? And the answer is no, not really. And here's why. It wasn't the idea of doing so, the promise of doing so, or looking into it was not a lie. It was true too. But the pinpointed guys didn't slip. Thibodeau didn't slip to 12. He went 1. Drake London didn't slip to 12. He went 8. Had Thibodeau somehow been available at 12, unlikely as it now looks, it didn't look that ridiculous in the days leading up to the draft. People were less sure. If he slides to 12, Dallas tries to trade for Thibodeau. They give their 1 and their 2 and whatever it takes to get the number 1 guy in the draft class. Dallas would have chased that trade. Instead, Jerry's Cowboys will have to be satisfied with Tyler Smith, and for what it's worth, can also be satisfied feeling good about the fact that they didn't lie. Fish.